Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating it's Friday, May 31st, 2019. In both the Lynn life and the Jamie body mind, the authorized souls remain only child souls from the deeper, denser dimensions, and all other souls from all other dimensions, as long as the souls are already living by the many search for truth rules already given to the search for truth community by wiser minds above all of us. And those rules include picking up our messages when messages are delivered through a host life, that the souls for whom the messages are intended acknowledge this is a message for me, and to deal with it. And this is true for all of us, all body, mind, spirit collectives that exist, is to acknowledge that everything in life is a message, and that the messages are for us, and to deal with them. So in order to attempt to deliver messages that are not being picked up, we're going to engage in a process of angelically guided multidimensional energy healing for soul purpose.
And claiming the interior of the bubble as sacred, safe, private, healing, learning, growing space. It's clear only presences we invite in are welcome to join us. All others either move around the outside of the sacred space, or if they break in, they're breaking divine law, and much bigger eyes than ours are watching them. Reaching up through the top of the sacred space, higher, 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 calling up to those guardian angels who really want to put planet Earth back the way we found it, and who are working to put planet Earth back the way we found it, and who are invoking instant karma for ground zero planet Earth, each of us for ourselves, and who are invoking instant karma for all who pass through ground zero planet Earth, each of us for ourselves, and who are invoking instant karma for themselves, and pumping up to those presences and asking those presences for their guidance, their support, their protection during the process today. And restating the intention to heal the root causes of the feelings of exhaustion, the itchiness in the head, and also of this spider bite on the toe that's been there for about 6 months, making it look like it's a really big message that's still waiting to be picked up. And we're here today to heal the root causes of those symptoms and whatever they represent in such a way as to manifest the divine plan. Is there anybody up there that wants to do that? Okay, starting to feel the itchiness in the head, and it feels like this static feeling, almost like when you're going out of range of radio stations and the radio is on, and you can pick up little sounds as you kind of move around, but it's staticky. It feels like lower vibration static, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Like this isn't static that's even if we tuned into the thing that the static is trying to pick up, it's lower vibration stuff, it's not helpful stuff. Mm-hmm. And what it feels like is it could be like other presences who aren't affiliated with the Search for Truth community, but who really want to hear something or even get through to somebody. It might be on the sending end more than the receiving end, are trying to use this pillar as a radio, and it feels more like they're trying to beam their radio signals more than people trying to hear radio signals. Mm-hmm. But it feels like all these out-of-body hands are reaching for dials on a radio, and they're yanking dials around, and now there's a lot of lower vibration static playing in the pillar of the energy body. And that's not the purpose of the energy body, or I'm wrong. That's not the point. That's not what is supposed to be happening here. Asking those guardian angels way up there, what are we supposed to do now? What do we do about this? What are we supposed to do? It's really quiet, and what are we supposed to do about this? I don't know what I'm supposed to do, so I'm just going to start working with the energy of the head and see if I can get something to pop loose, because I don't have any better ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost, I wonder if I can get the radio dials off, if that will help. You know what might be helpful? Is to let the presences know who are trying to use this pillar as a radio that the people you're trying to reach, they're not listening. I don't think they're listening to the sounds coming out of this radio. And so this doesn't seem like the best radio to play the message through if you actually want people to hear the message. And if you don't actually want people to hear the message, then it doesn't seem like a good idea to spend your time doing it at all, I guess.
Or you could just dial it up to the highest frequency. Just take the dial and dial it all the way up.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's see if we can get the dial and just turn it up to the highest frequency. Turning the dial to the highest frequency. Let's see if we can get it.
I'm getting weird sensations in the ears.
Okay, that's probably good. At least it's on the move. Let's see if we can get up to higher frequency. It's a creaky dial. And it's moving kind of slowly, probably because so many hands are grabbing onto it. It's twisting, turning. And there's a lot of turning. We can go a long way. And it does start to kind of fade the static as it turns. There's a lot less noise, a lot less interference. And now we're turning to the point of where it feels like it's starting to tune into presences maybe who don't really want us to hear what they're saying. Maybe they don't want people hearing what they're actually talking about. Maybe we can go up higher past these people. Just intend to get it to the highest possible vibration. There we go. How does it feel in the head right now?
No itchy right now.
Okay, and I should have asked you that before.
It was itching.
Okay, good. Alright, well that's good. Let's see if I can get... What it feels like is now we have the dial turned to pick up those highest vibrations, but the pillar itself, I haven't got it pointed up to that vibration, and probably I would be able to hear them a lot better if we would just point the pillar toward the highest vibration rather than just trying to pick it up through the radio frequencies. Seems like kind of an oversight to not just line that pillar up and pointing up to those highest vibration presences and straightening up. Well, that helps, and when we straighten up, it feels like a lot of those out-of-body presences that we're grabbing for the radio dial kind of shake off or fall off.
But it's been, 3 hours since we did this last?
So
let's just really... They need to understand this. This isn't like something that we aren't doing all the time.
That's true.
So this has been maybe 3 hours, give or take, since we did this last, formally.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you guys know that?
Do you know that? I don't hear an answer. They don't seem to want us talking to them. Am I wrong?
What do they want? Like you can't live off the energy of the lives and tell the lives to leave you alone.
That's true. I don't think it works
Isn't that,
like that.
Isn't that a violation of divine law?
Isn't it? What now to put planet Earth back the way we found it? What do we do now? And also, is it possible that this message of the spider bite in the toe is for one of you? Is it possible this is a message for you? I wonder if I can just lift up the vibration of that message in the toe. I wonder if I could deliver it to somebody up there at that really way up high level now while we have access into that room.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not a message for any of you, then that's okay and you don't have to take it. But if the vibration of the message matches the vibration of like your inbox, then probably it's for you. And probably it does no good to leave it waiting around here. I'm going to see if I can just pick up that message. You know what this feels like? It feels like when we have a theory or an idea that we really like, and we really don't want to see that either the theory or the idea doesn't work, or maybe that the time for that theory or idea has passed, or some other reason why it's no longer a viable thing to hold on to. And sometimes we just don't want to let go of it, and then we'll kind of jam it down, almost like we're trying to protect it from the light of the truth that it's not actually going to work. And that could be what this feeling is. And so maybe we take it out of the dark hole where it's been hiding this message. Maybe we can start to bring it out to the light. Because that's all it feels like. It just feels like an idea or a theory that truth shows doesn't actually work, or isn't actually going to make sense, or isn't actually going to benefit the large-scale project.
If it was going to work, wouldn't it have worked by now?
There we go. And maybe instead of pushing that idea down, trying to protect it from the truth, maybe we just put it on the table. And I'm going to try and get it up to the room of the supervisors who are watching that room that we poked into last. Because it doesn't feel like that room really wants to talk about this message, but maybe their supervisors will. And maybe their supervisors will. And we can just keep pulling it up. And when we get up to that second tier of supervisors, it starts to feel like that idea or that theory is maybe so small and so insignificant that it seems silly to kind of argue about it or fight about it or even go through a whole lot of effort to try and protect it. Like that's such a small and silly thing at that big level way up there. And if I can pull up the thread of that idea, and it feels like the thread goes down to the toe here in ground zero and pulls its way up through a number of dimensions, and the thread changes color and texture as the dimensions go, but it's the same thread. And we can pull it all the way up to that big room of guardian angels way up there, many levels up. Here we go. I think this is a message for you. I think it's an idea that maybe isn't going to work, and it's time to be pulled out. See if we can get to an even higher room. See if someone will take it up there. Will anyone take this thing and grab a hold of it? While pulsing the upward rising earth energy to help it up. Well, even if no one's willing to help pull it out, I bet I can get it onto that table. And see if I can just pull it out like spooling a thread. Because at the very least it feels like I can reach my hand up and get my hand onto that big table. And even if nobody's willing to reach down and help, I bet you I can get this thread onto that table. Just starting to pull it up through the layers, through all those levels of angels. And a lot of them feel like they're just backing away as it comes past. There we go. And we just go up, up, through the dimensions, up, up, breaking through those holes in the ceilings, and then in the floors above them until we get to that way up high table, that highest table that I'm able to get to. And we can just put that whole big long strand, that whole big long thread that went all the way down into the toe here on ground zero planet Earth, and it's a lot. It's a big long cord, a big long cable, and we can just get it up onto that table way up high, because I think this is a message, and it feels like it's been down too long. It's been rotting in all these different dimensions. There we go. So I don't know what that means exactly. It could mean that the whole thing just needs to be scrapped. I don't know. All I know is it's not helping down here.